right, my fun ended. Got the whole driveway done, and I was mowing this house plot because it's just overtaken with weeds now. And I love seeing the turkeys strutting out here. And I hit this spot once before and I got out, and now I kind of buried it. So leave it dry a few hours. Probably be able to get it here this evening. Darn it, so close to being done too. And this was the only last wet spot. Oh well. Carry on. Carry on. All right, let's hope I can get out now. Otherwise, I got to go get another machine. It's been dried out for a day. Guess we'll see what happens. All right, look out, boys and girls. She's got a fishing rod. She's going for some bass. We had bass recently appear in our pond late last fall and summer, magically. So at least we know there's at least a half dozen bass or more in there for sure. Funny how as soon as the bass arrived, frog sightings declined by like 99%. So she's going after one. She's gonna try and beat me to a nice bass, maybe a big bluegill. So the bluegills in there were tiny because there was too many of them and the pond was out of balance. So she's gonna throw a worm and a bobber on, which is cool, but a bass will hit that. Oh, what are you gonna put on?
Whatever's left over.
All right, good luck. All right, so this is the house pond. I had it beautifully manicured and planted, and we got torrential rains. So you could see the grass seed in there. I'm just running a drag to try to knock it down, to knock down some of the water erosion ruts, and then we'll check back in on it. Doing it like this, but there's enough seed that's established in there. I think it'll come back. At least now it's a little smoother. A lot of the runoff ruts are filled in. It's really moist. We've been getting a lot of rain, so it should keep growing. As you can see, I'm gonna need to use the tractor to bush hog it the first time or two, but one step at a time. Okay, one of my few beach occasions since the weather's been crummy. We got minnows. I was hoping these were going to be bass minnows, but these bigger ones look like bluegills. But you could see in the background there are other kind of longer ones, but I don't know if they're bass minnows. That one on the left might be, but it might be a bluegill. We did have some bass stocked in last year, and there's not many frogs left, coincidentally, but I don't know if we got bass minnows or not. Anyways, we're gonna start fishing here soon this spring, but there are minnows in the big house pond, so that's progress. Okay, and if you missed it recently, we posted a weekend adventure video. This was a burlwood tree, and me and Sharon tag team. We had a good adventure, and we secured this burlwood at the base of this tree, and she started working on it. She'll turn it into some kind of a project, you know, a furniture project or whatever. But it was a really cool video, weekend video, working together in the outdoors. I'll put a link in the description if you missed that one, because it was really cool to, you know, work together and enjoy the great outdoors on a weekend while she was off of her full-time job. All right, so this week marked a very big week for us financially. If you're with the channel, you know we went way out on a limb to secure this almost 600-acre farm and home. So anyways, this week, this is the first time Sharon and I have actually gone out to dinner, or even for breakfast for that matter, in a year. But we celebrated because we were able to refinance the private mortgage on the additional acreage that we bought. So now we got that with a bank. We're able to knock our monthly payment down by $1,000. So we're moving more chess pieces to try to keep this farm together. And it was a big sigh of relief. Now we got way more pieces to move. We did refinance the home and the 280 acres once already. I got a VA on that, thank goodness for my service. But now we're waiting for rates to come down. So if and when rates come down, if we could refinance both of these, we will save major money on our monthly payments and be able to afford this farm better. So a lot of moves, takes a lot of patience, a lot of diligence financially, but at least we got the second private mortgage now refinanced, and we lowered our payment by $1,000 a month. So progress, one chess move at a time. If it was easy, everyone would have it. So this is that spot I cleaned out just the other day. Look at how much prettier it is already. I really like that you could see this creek now. You know, all that muck will be cleaned up after a couple heavy rains, but that's nice. Finally finished mowing the rest of the driveway. Make this place look pretty decent coming in. Definitely doing a job. See all them rocks in there? Gonna be a slow. All right, so speaking of if it was easy, everyone would have it. I've been working on a new clearing that we created last summer in case we have to sell this or turn it into a camping pad, or lease it. And I've been trying to pick the rocks out of it. This was the worst one on the property. I've been running the landscape rake several times, but I thought I would try the TR3. And so I did that. I spent 2 days with the TR3, and as you can see, it does pretty good. Up in front, it has a rock rake, which is supposed to catch the larger rocks, which you could see here. I'll leave the audio on. You could hear all these rocks crumbling around in the front. But it's a slow progress. But it's a plan D, E, or F. If we have to sell or if we have to lease, we have to be ready for it. And so this is going to lead me into the next section, but let's listen to the rocks here for a second. And speaking of if it was easy or cheap, everyone would have it. Our latest investment is this John Deere high lifter bulldozer. So I finally got it out for my first training episode, and it actually went very well. I'm very impressed with this machine. Stay tuned for the first full episode, but after operating skid steers, excavators, and tractors, and at one point a front end loader a long time ago, I think I'll catch on to this pretty quick, but man, I was really impressed with the first few hours of this thing, pushing over severe locust trees with 3 to 4 inch barbs on it, but they have a really hardy root system. Wow, this thing's going to be a game changer. But I got out for my first training mission today, so stay tuned. It's going to be another fun thing. Yes, it's a very expensive land investment, but it's going to add so much value to this property. cutting new road systems, new microplots, new camper clearings, and new other clearings, building clearings should we need to sell or lease. So going to be a game changer. Anyways, it was great to finally try this machine out. Stay tuned. There's that steel cable that Sharon found. I pushed some dirt here and do a rough